When I was 14, my mom tried to unalive me. When the cops got there, they made me hug her. And then my dad, who called them there and saved my life, they asked him to leave. This was 2012 and I was in 8th grade. I had just turned 14, or it was a month before I turned 14. So actually I was 13. God, I was a baby. My mom got super ticked at me on the car ride home from town. So when we got home, I locked myself in my dad's office, and to get to me, she took a hammer to the doorknob, and when that didn't work, she went around outside the house and came in through the window, which I didn't know was unlocked. My mom was just coming in through the window like, she looked like the monster from The Ring coming out of the TV. I run over to the door and I'm like rattling the knob trying to get it open, but it's just totally effed on the other side. When the door wouldn't open, I ran over to the window and tried to force it closed. My mom reached through and grabbed my shirt, and she starts yanking on my shirt. For you to realize the extent of this struggle, my shirt ripped entirely off the front of my body. It was a cotton t-shirt from a track meet. I got it for winning MSLs as an 8th grader. Completely just ripped it right off. And then I hear her go, "Yeah, that was one of your favorites, wasn't it?" We have a brief little tussle, but at 14, I wasn't even 100 pounds yet. Like, I was small. I was 4'9" until like 9th grade. So my mom had like 100 pounds on me, if not more. So she easily got me to the ground and had her hands around my neck. I'm screaming at my dad, "Call the police, call the police." While me and my mom were tussling on the floor, my dad had gotten the office door open and he was on the phone with the cops on speaker so they could hear the screams in the background. My mom immediately jumped up off of me when she saw that. Now she had to prepare for damage control. And damage control it she did. When the cops came, they had to come find me because I had ran outside for my life. She had just been choking me for a good 10 to 15 seconds. So once I was free, I ran outside, not caring at all that I was topless. So the cops show up and I'm in nothing but shorts and my sports bra outside because the police would be called to our house constantly. It took them 20 minutes to get there. By the time they got there, the marks were gone. This was 2012. I only had a flip phone still. It wasn't commonplace for poor people to have touchscreen yet, so we couldn't get a picture. I remember being interviewed, and then they interviewed my dad, and they interviewed my mom, and my mom puts on this show. How I was just acting up, and she was just disciplining me, and I'm exaggerating, and dad's exaggerating because he doesn't like her, and they're fighting, so he's just lying. They believed Linda. Ignoring the fact that they found me outside of the home, topless, shaking uncontrollably as any teenage child would after that. They didn't care. They believed Linda because you believe the woman, because the woman could never be the aggressor. No. My dad goes, "You're not leaving my child here with her. My child is staying with the neighbor." Before I could leave, my mom steps in front of my way and she says, "I want a hug." I look to the cops for help. The cop looks at me and goes, "That's your mother. Give her a hug."